We're discussing handicapping contests and tournaments because it's fresh on the mind of Eddie Olczyk this week. Eddie on Sunday won the Hawthorne Invitational Championship handicapping contest in his backyard. Sweet home Chicago, it had to be, Eddie.
Yeah, it was, Jeremy. Great to be with you. And that neck of town was where I grew up, about a mile and an eighth from Club Hawthorne there in Crestwood, Illinois. And so it was nice to go back home. Nice to see a lot of familiar faces over there, people at Hawthorne, and it's even nicer to come out a winner. So it's a great experience. I mean, I love playing in contests and what have you, but it's always nice to be amongst your competitors and people
Yeah.
that you meet and friends, and it's just a great day. So yeah, very lucky. And when you play in tournaments or you bet the horses, sometimes you got to step up and you got to have conviction. And I got lucky on Sunday, and very happy to have done that.
You ran your live bankroll up over what, $52,000, I think it was, for that contest. Live bankroll contest in the Pegasus World Cup Betting Championship back in 2018. You ran it up to 65,000 that day and took home the $137,000 first prize. So these handicapping tournaments are treating you pretty well, Edzo.
Yeah, as I like to tell people, I've gotten even. So we're really happy about that. But it's been a lot of fun. I just kind of got into tournament play here, probably maybe a year plus before winning the maiden voyage of the Pegasus back in 2018, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy playing in the tournaments, and whether it's pick and pray or playing in the cash tournaments. Like I play in a lot of our
Hmm.
tournaments at First Bet and Xpressbet, and whether they're $100 ones or just picking winners, or playing in a cash tournament, maybe at Santa Anita on a weekend, or Gulfstream. It's a different way to play, and there's different goals, and
Hmm.
obviously you want to pick winners, but it's all about, I think, allocating, and when you have an opinion, of stepping up and having that conviction to press when you really like a horse, or
Right.
maybe you play old school. Like I like to play exactas and daily doubles depending on the rules of the tournaments, but
Hmm.
sometimes you can get a little bit more value when you kind of dig a little deeper and just try to think outside the box. And that's what happened on Sunday when I eventually won the tournament, where it was one of the mandatory races in one of the five mandatory races we had at Club Hawthorne on Sunday, and it was a turf race, seventh race, and I just kind of thought that the nine horse Command Central was, even though a horse that was 0 for 12 on the grass, I thought the last two races were pretty good. Never stopped
Hmm.
trying. One was on the turf, one was on the dirt, and he came back 11 days later. So I think the intent of ownership and the trainer and the
Hmm.
jockey said the horse is doing good. And I like the way that he finished up both those last two races. And I'll be honest with you, Jeremy, I thought he'd be maybe 30, 35 to 1
Right.
in the race. Like that's what I thought. Because I thought myself, I
Hmm.
thought at least four of the horses had no chance. So
Hmm.
all of a sudden now I'm looking at it and going, okay, well, if this horse could somehow hit the board at 30 or 35 to 1, I got a chance to hit it.
Right.
So, stepped up at win place, had the exacta with the other favorite, the two horse, and hit the try as well. So
Right.
it was, on paper, I liked the horse when the entries came out. I watched the video
Hmm.
of the last couple of races, and then you got to think about, what is the mindset of the trainer and jockey in the last couple of races. And then also, too, the final thing, and this is something I try to teach young horse players or handicappers, is look, horses do not know their odds. Like
Hmm.
they just run, so you
Right.
can't, don't talk yourself off of a horse that is 7 to 5 or 75 to 1. Like,
Right.
because it's just, that's just kind of the way the game goes. And look, I'll be honest. I mean, I've bet 75 to 1 horses and they're still running. I mean,
Right.
that's what happens. But
Yeah.
when you do catch one like that, all of a sudden everything kind of comes together. So it was great to go back home, so to speak. And then more importantly, and probably made me smile the most, is that I walked out of Club Hawthorne there in Crestwood as the winner of the tournament.
Well, you came home with quite a bit on Sunday in the Hawthorne Championship. Congratulations to you. And if fans out there want to learn more about playing handicapping tournaments, be sure to go to expressbet.com/tournament. It's the best place online to play handicapping tournaments and get you set up for all these big events all around the country. Congratulations once again to Eddie Olczyk.
Thanks, Jeremy.